Inhale to step the feet forward or walk them forward, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Power down into the feet. Inhale, arms up to sky, lengthen up. And exhale, hands to your heart center. We'll all do one more round. Again, option to stay in seated. Inhale, arms to sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk it back. Find your plank. Bend the elbows slightly. Inhale for your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk or step it forward, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Push into the feet as you inhale, sweep your arms to sky. Exhale, hands to your heart center and down to death. Great. So we'll all come back to seated for some warriors here. I'm going to start with a warrior 2. And this is where you might need that block. So just have your blocks handy nearby on one side of your chair, over on your right side. I'll start with our right warrior 2. So 2 versions of warrior 2 here I'm going to offer. One version is where you're sitting solid on the chair. So the chair is right under your pelvis. You could lift your feet and be completely supported. Front right leg is bent to roughly 90, and then the back foot will come out behind you for your warrior 2. So that's one version. The other version is where you might need the prop, and it's going to be a little more challenging. So for the second version, you're going to move your pelvis towards the back edge of the chair. So more so your chair is supporting your weight under your thigh. And this is where you might need that block. So because it's under the thigh, sometimes the foot doesn't come comfortably to the floor. So if it doesn't come comfortably to the floor, use a block under that front foot. And then because of the way you're positioned on the chair, you're going to need to support a little bit more of your weight. You're not going to be able to sit completely. So there's still a little bit of activation here through the legs. I am supporting some of my weight in this version. So either supporting some of your weight under the thigh or sit on the chair. Find your version of warrior 2. Extend the arms out in line with the shoulders. And if it's comfortable for the neck, turn the gaze towards the front hand. Just a few deep breaths. Try to find that edge, that place where it's a little bit challenging, but you can still breathe comfortably. You can still soften through the face. There's no sharp shooting pain. Turning the front palm up. Inhale, sweep the right fingertips to sky for your exalted warrior. The back hand can come onto the thigh or onto the chair. Use that back hand to support some of your weight by holding on to the chair in some place that's stable and feels comfortable. A few deep breaths. If you're in the more challenging version here where you're trying to support some of your weight with your legs, think about squeezing your inner thighs together and lifting up off the chair just a little bit. And find discomfort, but no pain. And exhale, release back to your warrior 2, but bring the hands in front of you onto the seat of your chair. Inhale to lengthen the spine. And exhale, a little bit of a forward fold, like a humble warrior. A little bit of a rounding in the spine. Still activating that right glute a little bit, drawing the right knee towards your right pinky. And inhale to sit up tall. Lengthen the spine. Exhale, right elbow to right thigh for our side angle pose. Your left hand can stay on the chair here to give you some support. Or the other option, if you'd like, is to inhale, sweep your left fingertips to sky. And then exhale, left fingertips down towards the chair or the earth. We'll flow this a few times. So inhale, left fingertips up. Again, the flow is optional. Exhale down. Inhale, flow up. Exhale down. Just a few more. If the chair is under your thigh bone, try to use the legs a little bit to support you. So you're sharing the support between the chair and your legs. Once more. Release both hands back to the seat of your chair. Release the back leg forward and just turn to face the front of the chair, releasing that. Shake it out for a moment, sigh it out. And then chair. I'll take chair to Tadasana. We'll all do one seated Sun Sal to kind of flush that out a little bit. So inhale, sweep fingertips to sky. Exhale to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep fingertips up. Exhale, hands to your heart center and down to your sides. Wonderful. We'll move into the other side. So if you use the block, go ahead and switch that to the other side. So as I mentioned, I'm using these words to explain what it might feel like at your edge. But these are words that, other teachers have used, words that I feel in my body. But really, the yoga practice is getting to know your body and what you feel. So you have to explore where that edge is for you. Where is that delicate balance? Where you are up against tension, there is a place for growth, but we're not in a place where we might injure ourselves. It's really for you to kind of figure out. So as we set up Warrior 2 on the other side, again, check in with that and check which version of Warrior 2 is right for you. So the first version is pelvis completely on the chair. We're really, really supported. Your back leg has to be forward a little bit here. Or send your pelvis back to one side a little bit more, and the chair is supporting you under your thigh, so it's going to give you a little less support. Find the version that feels right for you, and then extend the arms in line with the shoulders. And gently turn the gaze over the left hand, if that's all right for your neck. If the chair is under the thigh, we're trying to use the legs a little bit. So activate through the legs to support maybe 20-30% of your weight a little bit. And then flip the left palm up as you inhale, left fingertips to sky for our Exalted Warrior. Back arm can drop down the back leg or hold on to the seat for a little more support. Again, just find a grasp where it's stable to hold on to. Find that edge, that sweet spot where it is uncomfortable. Wise choose discomfort. We're not in sharp shooting pain, numbing, or tingling. Exhale both hands to the seat of your chair in front of you. Bringing both hands to the seat of your chair, and then exhale to round forward. Humble warrior, just diving forward a little bit, bowing. And inhaling to come back up, lengthening through the spine. Exhale, left elbow onto your left thigh for our side angle. Right hand can stay holding onto the chair for some support here. Or if you'd like to do the flow, inhale, right fingertips to the sky. And exhale, right fingertips towards the chair or the earth. Inhale, right fingertips up. Maybe a little bit of activation through those legs. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. 2 more. Once more. And release both hands onto the chair. Use the chair and the support to walk the back leg forward. And then release the pose, trying to face the front. Again, a seated sun sal here to kind of flush that out. Or if you'd like, stand up and face the seat of your chair for a sun sal. Surya Namaskara, just to kind of flush out that energy. So seated or facing the chair, we'll inhale, sweep fingertips to sky. Exhale, forward fold, hands to thighs or to chair. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to fold and step it back to your plank. Gentle bend of the elbows. Inhale for the back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step or walk it forward, halfway lift. And exhale to fold. Push into the feet as you inhale, arms to sky, lengthening the spine. Exhale, hands to heart center, and to Tadasana. So this next one, we're going to do facing the seat of the chair. There is an option to stay seated, and I'll show that one in just a moment. But for those of us who are standing facing the chair, we're going to step forward enough that we can lean forward and grab the back of the chair. Again, make sure that your chair is nice and stable and that you have a grasp where you can hold on and give a little bit of pressure. Take a moment to stabilize into your left foot. So spread the left toes, find a nice stable base, maybe rock or sway a little bit to anchor into all four corners of your right foot. Now on the inhale, we're going to lift the right knee and then gently tap the foot down. We're going to do that a few times. So lift the knee and tap it down. If you're in seated, lifting the knee up and down. Option to have the hands behind the thigh, lift up and down. Lift up. Last one, lift up and hold. If you're in seated, hold.